why. Many of you that know me as a hairstylist, been all over the world, been doing hair a long time. Um, at this most critical time, I felt led by the Spirit to deliver a little message. Um, I'm not going into too much politics or religion. What I'm going to go into is just basically give you some uh, connections in the Bible. I have been blessed to go to Bible college and have done some learning with the Bible in the Hebrew, Arabic, and also the ancient language of Aramaic. Uh, not to point fingers at anybody, but unless you're translating the Bible properly in its original language and dialect, you're going to have some kind of misinterpretations. We're all in the house right now, skeptical about the future. We're nervous. We really, really don't know what's going to happen in the future with this country. So I thought that this would be a perfect time to introduce to you myself, Ali, and give you the secrets of the Bible, the awakening. Some good information that you can research for yourself, and you can look into it, and you don't take my word for it, but just research it. And today's message is we're going to go from Genesis, the 4th chapter, in which after Adam and Eve was expelled from the garden, and after they all three, Adam, Eve, and the serpent had got their sentence from God for disobedience, they was casted from the garden, and they went into the natural state. Adam being a tiller of the ground, Eve was given the sentence of bearing children, and they began their life outside of the garden. The 4th chapter really begins with showing you that Adam and Eve begat 2 sons. The one son, firstborn, Canaan. The second son, Abel. To go into the lesson, I just basically want to gather you into some information that you really will see very, very valuable to you as we go. Cain was a tiller of the ground also. Abel was a sheep herder. They knew of the custom from their father Adam, what their job was, to worship God and to be in proper standing with him. So they knew what to bring as an offering. Cain brought of his substance. He didn't bring the firstling of it. He didn't bring the first tenth. He didn't bring what he's supposed to bring. He brought of the substance. Abel, on the other hand, he brought of his firstling sheep. And God told Cain that I don't respect your offering. If you was to do what you should be doing, bringing of the first, you'll be fine. But Abel, he did what he was supposed to do. He brought of his first. There was a battle. There was an argument between the 2 brothers. Cain got jealous of Abel, and they didn't get along. And instead of him basically doing what God told him to do, he reared up against his brother in jealousy. From this point on, we're going to go into the 8th verse of chapter 4, and we'll carry it on from here and go into the story of the outcast of Cain.
And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, where they were in the field, that Cain rose against his brother, and slew him. 9th verse, and the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened the mouth, and receiveth thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. 14th verse says, Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod, in the east of Eden. 17th verse, and Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch.
Whoa. Hold on right there. Read that verse again, 17.
And Cain knew his wife.
Okay, stop right there. Now, my question, and I'm sure this question has been in your minds throughout the church world. If Abel and Cain and Adam and Eve were the only 4 people on the earth, where do you get a wife from? Now, I'm not trying to debate any minister. I don't care who you are, pastor, bishop, elder, or evangelist. But my question has been all my life until I found out the secret. Cain took a wife. Now, being casted, and God put we're going to even deal with the mark on his forehead because that's a whole nother Bible class. I can show you what that mark really was. But we're dealing today with the outcast. Cain went into a land called Nod and took a wife. If you continue reading this text, you'll see that Cain took a wife and he begot Enos. And Enos begot. And it went on with begot. And they all took wives. My question is, well, who are these wives? Where they come from? Well, we're going to find out. That land of Nod was another area. Okay? What we're going to do, we're going to jump from where the text 8 through 17. Now we're going to go to Genesis 6 and 13. What I want you to see today is this is what's going on. You had a righteous seed and you had an unrighteous seed. Cain was an unrighteous seed. He was cursed. You had the righteous seed of Abel, who was murdered by his brother. But watch this. Genesis 6, 1, 2, 3.
And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and the daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men.
Stop right there. The sons of God saw the daughters of men. So now, what is going on? I'm going to tell you right now. The sons of God was the offspring of Seth, which took the place of Abel. Keep that in your mind. The offspring of Seth. Then the sons of God saw the who?
They saw the daughters of men.
Daughters of men. The daughters of men were the offspring of Cain. So you got the offspring of Cain, the daughters of men, and you have the offspring of Abel, or his brother Seth that came later, the sons of God. Go ahead.
That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose.
Here's the problem. The righteous seed mingled with the unrighteous seed. Okay? And this is the problem with today. God has sanctified you, separate you apart from the world, but we're mingling in with the unrighteous seed, those that have not been chosen. Okay? It's not my place to tell you who's chosen. My place is to reveal a secret of the Bible. So we've established that Cain slew his brother. He's unrighteous. And he went and took a wife. Who's his wife? Where does his wife come from? Okay, now you're showing it's the daughters of men. His seed was the daughters of men. Abel was slain by his brother, but Seth took his place. Adam and Eve had another son, Seth, who was what? The sons of God, because they were in place with God. They carried on Abel, the righteous seed. They did their offerings properly. They were in place with God, and they followed their father Adam. Now watch this.
And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with men, for that he shall also his flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years.
Okay, that's another Bible class within itself. Who's this spirit and for 120 years? That's a whole nother class. Go ahead.
There were giants in the earth.
Okay, now here we go. We got a seed of Abel and Seth, which were the sons of God. And we have the unrighteous seed, the daughters of men, which was Cain. But guess what? Now we seeing what? Another entity, another whole group of people. And those is what?
The giants in the earth.
The giants in the earth. These giants in the earth were there all along. There was a whole race of people that was there all along. And they were not mentioned in the beginning. But this is where the other people came from that Cain took a wife from. It's called the Anakims. Anakims. The Anakims. You can look up. The Anakims were a race of people. Their leader was called Anak. Are you sitting down? Anak was the wife of Satan. Did you hear me? Anak was the wife of Satan. And there was a whole seed. Now what? Look, oh, where are you coming from now? Okay, these giants and in the land. Okay, watch this.
There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old and men of renown.
Okay, so what basically you're saying is they basically mixed the seed. They mixed the seed with the Cain seed and Seth's seed or Abel's seed, and then you had the Anakims. But guess what? Guess who else was there? You've ever read in the Book of Revelations, and there's all they've been noticed they've been noticed all through the Bible as the 24 elders. The elders were back there already. These are the ones that built the pyramids. The Anakims was from the fallen angels. Now we're gonna look. Now we're gonna go into how you know this. Let's go to Luke 10 and read two verses. Luke 10, 16 and 18. Remember now, there were people other than Cain and Abel and Adam and Eve. Watch what Jesus says in the gospel.
Jesus said, he that heareth you, heareth me. And he that despiseth you, despiseth me. And he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me. 17th verse, and the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name. 18th verse, and he came unto them. I beheld Satan as lightning falling from heaven.
Okay, now this is hot. I'm getting chills saying this. Number one, two things I want to say. The 70 disciples said, the devils. He didn't say the devil. Read that again.
Even the devils.
Devils, that's plural. And then Jesus said, what happened to them?
He said he see them falling from heaven.
Okay.
As lightning.
Okay, let me tell you this, the secrets of the Bible. In the beginning, Paul gave a testimony. He said, I seen heavens. Okay? In the beginning of the Bible, okay, there was a battle in heaven. All you that know Michael the Archangel, he is a warrior. Okay? And I'm going to touch on this situation. There was a battle in heaven. There was 3 levels of heaven, just like in the Ark of Covenant. If you read in the Bible, it talks about there was an outer court, inner court, and it also was the holies of holies. The priests had to know how to prepare themselves to go in each court, and especially go in the holies of holies. Well, guess what? It's the same way in heaven. That's why the writer says, "As it is above, so is below." There's a levels of heavens. There was a place to reside of the only Most High. Then the next level was called Malakut. Malakut, the pure one, resided Michael the Archangel. That was a heaven. The second level was Lasut. Okay? That was the level of the cherubims and the seraphims. The last level, Nasu. So there was 3 levels. Where there was a battle in heaven with Michael, and his name at that time was Azazel. Azazel is Hebrew. That was the original name of the devil. Well, guess what? He lost the battle and was casted. The reason Jesus said, I beheld him, because the Bible said in the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God and was made flesh and dwelt among us. Jesus was the living Word of God. He was in the beginning. He was there. Okay? So now we got the battle. And he said he beheld him cast down. Now he's cast it down, and he's cast it down where? Where is he cast it down to? Now we're going to go to Isaiah. Isaiah 14, 12 to 15.
How art thou fallen from heaven?
Okay, stop. How art thou fallen from heaven? He was fallen from heaven. He was cast down, fallen, cast down. He was fallen from Malakut, and going to show you, Isaiah going to show you why he was cast down.
He said, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Lucifer. Now know this for a fact. The word Lucifer is Latin. It came and derived from the Catholic Church. Okay, that was not his name. Okay, but we're not gonna go into that no more. Because like I said, I'm not gonna get into religious. But his name was revealed. I told you his original name was Azazel. All the angelic beings had a consonant on the end of their name, ILEL, for El or Il for Hebrew. Michael, Jibrael, Azrael. That's another Bible class, the 7 holy angels. So his name was Azazel, which was what? He's going to show you what he was.
Son of the morning.
He was a son of the morning. He was up there, okay? We're talking about bright morning star, son of the dawn. He could sing. He was beautiful. This creature was flawless. But something happened. Watch. Isaiah tells you.
How art thou cut down to the ground?
Cut down. Go ahead.
Which this weakened the nations.
Uh-oh. Now he's cut down to the ground and he's weakening the nations. He's on the earth. Go ahead.
For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
Now you're telling me you're going to exalt your throne above the Most High. He said, now watch this. Didn't I say in the beginning that they was on the level of heaven's Malakut was a little lower, and Nasut and Lasut. He said, I will ascend into the heavens. So he had to go, for him to take over the Most High, he had to leave one level of heaven and go up higher. How you going to do that? Watch this.
He said, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation and the sides of the north.
Wow, wow. This is dealing with the congregation of the mountains, the many mountains that spread out through our world. He will put himself as a high person on this earth. See, he was cast down for his unrighteousness, but he came down to the earth on a mission. He came down here to be what? Jesus said he's the prince of this world. Watch this.
He said, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, and I will be like the Most High.
I will be like the Most High. How many people today think they're God? They're acting like they're God. They put themselves in big places, like the high places, as their God. Okay? The writer even says that. Spiritual wickedness in high places, like you're God. And look what happened to him when he wanted to put himself as the Most High.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
Now, that word hell is interpreted as Gehenna. You got Sheol, Gehenna, you got other words. That word hell is basically the grave or the earth. Because dust was, when Adam fell, he was made from the dust of the ground. He said, "Thou will dust you dust you shall return." Okay, go ahead.
He said, and that they shall see thee, shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Now they call him a man. They call him a man. Now he's cast to the earth. He became a man. Watch this. Let me tell you the secrets of the Bible. When he was cast from the earth, he was Azazel. When he put his foot on the earth, he became a man. Guess what? The name Hebrew is Sheatana. Sheatana means what? Thing of clay. The original man was made from the dust of the ground. Satan was made from a thing of clay. He was a mimic. He's not a man. He's a mankind. Ooh, where have you heard that word from? Man and mankind. He's kind of a man, but he's not a man. He's not of the original creation of God on this dimension. So he was cast down. He became Shaitan, in the English, Satan. Thing of clay. Watch this.
He said, that did shake the kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners.
Okay, there we finally realize he's made this earth his kingdom. He has sits on a throne. So we're not going to go into the different secret societies today. That's another whole class. We're not going to go into different religious sects. We're not going to go into devil worshiping. It's a lot of where he done made his bed in as being the kingdom of this dimension. But what we're going to do, we're going to finish it off today. So look, he go back to when Cain went into the land and took on a wife. He took on a wife, okay, of another seed that was already there. He took on the seed of Satan. He wiped up a crooked, very diabolical seed. They was called the Anakims. They was come from their mother, Anak, which was the wife of Satan. They were human beings. They were actually a tribe of people that came to the earth and was cast from heaven. Guess what? I don't have time today, but there was 200 names that I received that the names of these demons were. But don't realize, because the writer says, okay, be careful how you entertain angels, for some have entertained angels unaware. You could be sitting in your house in church, and you have a demon sitting in there with you, talking to him. Now, I think the writer Paul even said, even Satan himself has transformed himself into an angel of light. He can come at you all different ways. But this is what's the powerful thing. The secrets of the Bible tells you who, make you aware of who to look out for. But knowing that there was a race of people that was put on this earth along with Adam and Eve and their siblings. That's where you got all the different people that plugged in that, okay, well, who are these giants and who was his wife? These wives, they were another seed. I hope you enjoyed this Bible class. It's very, I keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it honest. And we're going to look, Malakut, these three levels of heaven, take note. Malakut, Nasut, and Lasut. The three levels of heavens in that resided in a very high place in God, which we're seeking to go to one day. I'm going to close out this Bible class, Bible study, whatever you want to call it. I hope you enjoyed the knowledge. His name was Azazel originally. Then it came Satan. And now he had another name. I'm going to close out with this name. His name was Iblis, the poisonous one. Be not poisoned by toxicity of your mind and spirit by words that are not true. Because this is the awakening. At this time, I would like to give a commemoration and acknowledgement of the lost, those who have been lost in this coronavirus thing. In our culture, what we did, we acknowledged the ancestors. Anybody you might want to acknowledge from this point on, if you want to follow me, what we do is we take water, which is a pureness of the water of the Spirit of God, okay? And we use a very ancient Aramaic term. We say to the ancestor, like my mother was named Edna, to the ancestor Edna, we give you honor in who you was, Ashe. My father, Chester, he's gone to be with God. We give you honor, and we say unto him, ancestor, Ashe. My brother, Mark, he's gone to be with the Lord, ancestor, we honor you, Ashe. And at this point, I want to honor all those that have lost loved ones in this epidemic, pandemic, whatever you want to call it. We're praying for you that your strength can be God in God, and we bless your family, and we give you honor as an ancestor. They are now. They are our ancestors, and we want to honor them and pray for you. Be strong in the Most High and the power of His might, and we give honor to all the ancestors that have gone on before us. Ashe. Until next time, this is Ali. Hope you enjoyed the Bible class. We keep it short and sweet, and prepare for the secrets of the Bible, the awakening. May I say one more thing? We also have a product here by BBD King, which is called the Ezra Builder. Okay, we're going to deal with all natural products for the hair, 62 trace minerals in it. If you're interested in purchasing this from me, because we believe, I'm a hairstylist, but we believe in hair care. You can reach me on the internet. He will have me on the internet on the BBD King. If you want to purchase it, you can get it on the Ali Dussois Cash app. be more than happy to take care of you. And look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.